meditating on hilltops is going to be the
Don't get me
total
wrong.
opposite
Don't get me wrong. I
experience.
do have friends who also do the latter. Like it's just keeping that balance. I find like, you know,
Are you the friend who's the bad influence
I'm
drinking
not.
every
I'm
night?
actually
And
no. I don't. No.
okay.
No. But I do like.
In the last session, we chatted about what Laila's freelance marketing work and potential marketing agency might look like in the future. I may have jumped the gun a bit with all my questions about her freelance work. After all, it had only been 3 weeks since she left her previous job, so it was in the very early stages. That said, Laila is already in a promising position. She has the opportunity to get work through previous connections and through emails from companies she has been involved with before. Laila has friends who have done similar endeavors in terms of starting a marketing company. Some of them use their face, they are the brand, while others prefer to stay behind the scenes, pulling the strings. Some of her friends have lots of work, and some not so much. There's a lot of competition, so our challenge is going to be making sure that Laila has an abundance of interesting and well-paid work.
I can hear you, yeah. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can.
So shall we try without the phones? And then if the connection gets bad, we can try with the phones.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite funny. The first 8 minutes of our footage last time, our wires were getting very crossed with the delay. So we'll see how it goes. I might leave that footage in the final video, kind of.
Yeah, just to show the
technical. It's kind of. Yeah, exactly. You had any chance to do any sunbathing or any sun-related activities?
I bet yesterday, because I wasn't doing anything. But other than that, no, I've been pretty busy. I'm going on holiday like next week, so that's exciting. At least that.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Barcelona. Because yeah, I'm going with a friend. I have been before, but I really enjoyed it, so going back.
Yeah. Barcelona's one of, I'm not really into cities, but Barcelona I do quite like, actually.
I think because it's got like the beach and the city, like it's got a good mixture. And yeah, I just think it's really like characteristic in itself, and just I mean, I love a European city, so
nice. Wow. Joy. So before I start talking, do you have any comments from the last session?
No, to be honest, I think everything was fine. As I said, there wasn't anything that like stood out to me that needed to be removed or anything like that. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. What about you?
In that case, I'm going to share.
You're going to share?
Oh yeah, no, all good. Okay. Yeah, I went through all the footage, and so I've converted. So I went through it, and I've turned it into the Laila document. So I'm going to share my screen now and show you that.
Sure.
I think we do have a slight delay. I think we should maybe get the phones involved as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can you see that?
I can see it. I can see it.
Okay, perfect.
The Laila document.
You've got a whole document. It's these documents I've been working on got very long very quickly, which yeah, is fine. But so this top bit, this is generic to everyone. Mm-hmm. And this is the life alignment matrix. And so it's these 8 things we want to have aligned. So
serenity,
all the way
vision, okay.
Day-to-day goals, truthful reality, plans, and steps. On the rest of the document, stuff in grey is the table of contents. Stuff in grey is generic to everyone, so it's kind of instructions. And then stuff in black is
what I told you.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the way that goes. So there's just a couple of things I want to chat about on this to start with. My coordinator is phoning me, despite the fact that she knows that there's a session on. So I'm just going to rib her for that later and put my phone on silent. She's the one person in the world who definitely shouldn't be calling me right now.
Oh, I think you just ended the call.
And there we go. Yeah. Sure. So one of your comments from the last session was about that when we were talking about purpose, mm-hmm. you were saying about how you don't necessarily have a specific purpose, but you just I can't remember the words, but basically you just wanted to be happy and content with what you were doing and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How was your?
I think you've ended the call.
Oh yeah. Weirdly, I can still hear you. I haven't turned the volume down properly.
Yeah, I think you did that inadvertently because maybe your other person called you, so you accidentally ended the call. I'm not sure.
This is a professional outfit I run here. Just smooth, technically polished. It's we're all good.
Good.
So
yes.
Did you hear what I just said about?
About the purpose. No, serenity. We were talking about serenity.
So last time, in the last session, when we were talking about purpose, you said that you just wanted a kind of happy. You wanted to be content in what you were doing. I'm misphrasing, but anyway, it's like it's, in my opinion, the most sensible thing to want. But it comes into the serenity one, which is at the top, because to me it's the most important. If you're not at peace and have a good mindset and happy, then makes it all a bit more pointless. So yeah, and later on in this session, if we get time, I might get on to talking about purpose, because I've been going through the footage. I've kind of come up with a provisional purpose for us to look at, and you to say if you think it makes sense, or we might entirely chuck it out, but it's a first attempt based on what I've seen so far. So the first thing I want to do is go to goals and just check those. Are you familiar with Microsoft Word and this navigation pane and all this kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm familiar with.
Okay, perfect. Because you will be getting a copy of this document. I probably should have sent it already, and it will be downloadable from the website.
Okay.
So here's the goal summary. We've just got part-time job, possibly, and profitable marketing enterprise. Was there anything else that springs out to you that needs to be on that list at the moment?
I want to say no.
Okay, well, if that changes at any point, we can put it on, so that's fine. Okay, so goal 1, I've got the marketing enterprise. Generate sufficient income, can be run remotely to allow travel, allows flexibility for working with different kinds of clients, and allows flexibility that can be changed for working on different types of projects. Because I got the impression you didn't want to kind of get penned in at this stage to one genre,
like industry, or like
yeah.
Yeah, I guess like industry wise.
Yeah. Any other points to put on this marketing enterprise one?
I think you've hit some good points there. Whom comes to mind as of now.
Okay, cool. And goal part 2 is potentially a part-time job. Part-time job could be related to marketing or content creation, but would also consider admin-based or retail or sales associate.
Yeah,
has some retail experience. Flexibility would be beneficial for both modeling and the marketing enterprise.
Agreed. That sounds good.
Okay. Yeah. Just had a thought flash into my mind, but it's gone again. Oh yeah, no, I know what it was. Yeah, so that makes me want to ask a question, actually, because you said you've been busy. Is that on work stuff or fun stuff?
Both. Work, like I've had a few like modeling things come up. Not even necessarily because I'm signed with multiple agencies and I do freelance stuff, so that's kind of keeping me busy like these past few weeks. And I actually got contacted by my old marketing agency to do some freelance projects for them, funnily enough. So
that's amazing.
so yeah, I have actually been busy. I've been just getting on with filming videos, editing, doing some little modeling jobs on the side. So yeah, I've been actually, quite quite back to back, which is funny because usually, it's been quite stable. So it's almost like after our chat, it was like, oh, it spiked a bit. So yeah, I have been quite busy, which I guess is a good thing. You know,
Okay.
it's already a great, I guess, start into kind of moving into the right direction. I mean, the only thing is obviously you never know how consistent it is, but I don't know, I'm feeling quite good that things will slowly kind of pick up and materialize.
Makes me want to put consistent or not
In what part? In what part?
in the marketing enterprise, but maybe not consistent. Maybe just that there's an abundance, so you can pick and choose.
Yeah, like it's almost like I
I'm
have the
gonna,
power.
yeah, I'm gonna put abundance of work. And I spelled abundance right as well, which is not usually good at spelling.
Neither, to be fair.
On the topic of serenity and
Yeah.
whatnot, you mentioned last time that you had some kind of a conversation or conversations with a friend, something to do with meditation, but I didn't follow that thread at the time. But what was that about?
It's just kind of like detaching yourself from, day-to-day activities and just like closing your mind off to any thoughts or worries and just kind of allowing peace. Whether that's, and like even just kind of like listening to like mellow, like kind of just really like, frequency kind of music, or just completely shutting down. Like I don't know, like just practicing mindfulness a bit more. I mean,
Does this friend do that? Do they practice
yeah,
mindfulness?
she does. And we've done a few things together. I mean, I can't say I do it a lot. Like, it's something I still want to like, kind of adopt and kind of take on a bit more myself, and find the time for it, because I do think sometimes I push it aside because I've got so much other things going on. But then it's important to remember to stay grounded and just to kind of not overwork your brain and just to allow it to.
What kind of things have you done with her?
Yeah, I guess we've kind of like just sat in, like, for example, last week we were just outside when it, weather was nice, and we just kind of just listened to like the actual natural sounds of nature, and we weren't in like a busy park either, so it was quite nice just to kind of switch off. So there's nothing too complex. It's just like little things.
No, that sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
So yeah, no, I think it's really like, even like the like stoicism and stuff like that, I think is really something to kind of, I don't know, it's important to have, and just being free and not kind of overcomplicating life and thoughts, and it's so easy to get swept into kind of what you do and giving too much importance to things that sometimes are out of your control anyway. So yeah, I guess just, and like I listen to a lot of music anyway, so like I like to just kind of, that sometimes is my way of just switching off anyway. It's just to listen to like something that the music that makes me happy, or music that kind of just kind of ignites a good emotion, that completely just can take my brain off of anything else that I may have on my mind, for like a few minutes or whatever.
Do you reckon your friend would be up for doing more of that kind of stuff with you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see her obviously much, but I know she enjoys it herself, and whenever I do see her, we also do like little like tarot readings and manifestational things. So she's very kind of into that. So
I guess because what I'm thinking is sometimes with this kind of stuff, because like you say, it's so easy to just sweep it aside and be be um be busy. It's funny with these videos because they're not getting recorded quite in the order they're going to be released. So I'm about to say some things which are going to seem weird when people have just seen the video before. It's going to be in the wrong order, but yeah, that's it's a mistake I kind of make because I'm generally kind of on top of all of that stuff. But what happens for me is I get to just a state of mind where I'm super positive basically all of the time, and then you think you're kind of fixed and you don't need to work on it anymore. So I'm like,
I'm
well,
fine now.
yeah. So I'm like, I'm super happy now. Just think how happy if I get all this extra work done. So maybe the next 3 days I won't waste time sitting in a corner doing nothing. I'm already happy. Like,
yeah.
And then that's always the beginning of the end.
It is.
And then a few weeks later, I'm like, why am I not feeling my
because
normal,
you kind of become like
super happy
complacent
self?
in it, and then like you don't
Yeah.
realize you're like the high that you had, or like however you first felt, then gradually just
Yeah.
changes.
It's like there's nothing you can do to get in a permanent positive mind frame for most people. Maybe for some people it's different. Like when you stop putting the work, it's kind of like going to the gym and getting in really good shape and thinking, well, now I'm fixed. Now I'm there.
Yeah. Whereas it's actually you've got to
doesn't work
maintain
like
it.
that.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah.
Very, very
And
true.
the same like with the gym. Like if you don't do it for a week, you're like, well, don't really notice anything. I'm still in great shape. But then 4 weeks later, you're like,
Then you notice. Yeah.
yeah.
So true. So true.
So yeah, having a friend who's interested in that kind of stuff can just be really beneficial.
I think it's really important to surround yourself with people who kind of bring out the best in you. And like at school, it was never like I wasn't really too, you just form friendships based on like who's in your class or who you hang out with. But then it's when you get to like a bit more mature age, you realize, oh, it actually is really important who I associate with and who I hang around with, and kind of having this positive energy and that positive vibe is really important.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, wise words. Like if all your friends are drinking every night and not taking life too seriously, then that's probably. Whereas if your friends like long walks in the countryside and meditating on hilltops, it's going to be the
Don't get me wrong.
total opposite experience.
I do have friends also do the latter. Like it's just keeping that balance. I find like,
Are you the friend who's the bad influence
I'm
drinking
not.
every
I'm
night?
actually no. I don't. No.
Okay.
No. I do like to go out. Like I think it's just I like socializing. So for me, it's not even about the drinking. It's more just like going out with friends and being in each other's company, as opposed to kind of like, I don't know, strictly just having alcohol, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I was only messing with that, but yeah, and I think in the 20s, it's obviously really important to do a load of socializing. Yeah,
exactly.
There's two little exercises I would like to do.
Sounds good.
One is I'm going to share screen again, and there's a long list of values on the Laila document, and I want to narrow it down to just 5. So basically, what I'm going to get you to do is read through them all, and if any jump out at you, shout it out, and I'm going to write it down, and then we will whittle that list down. Bear in mind, we're trying to aim for 5, so if it's not really resonating, probably don't. Like, because I guess my point is,
has to really kind of have an impact, because
all the values look appealing. Like, oh yeah, I want to be all of those things. But we're kind of looking for 5. So
where am I looking from that bit to? Okay, put them all together. Oh wow, yeah, there are quite a few.
Quite a few. This is going to make for amazing viewing for the YouTube audience of people reading. Yeah, so if you read through that list and shout out anything that jumps out at you.
I think balance is already like shouting to, like balance. Like I always say, it's good to have balance in everything in life. So that might be one.
I'm slowly writing a book on balance, which won't be out for years, but you should read it when it gets there.
Oh gosh, it's just so hard. Maybe joyfulness, creativity, motivation. That's 4, isn't it? I've got one more.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I could just fit them all on.
Stuff between a few.
Just shout them out. We could whittle down the list when we. So yeah.
Shout out the ones I'm stuck between.
Yeah.
Okay. Self-control, flexibility, and passion. Those are the ones that I'm kind of like, I guess, like talking to me, but I don't know which one to necessarily say. I suppose balance could be a bit of flexibility. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it kind of means the same thing. So maybe I actually can't remember which ones can you tell me, and then I can, based on that.
So far we've got on our list, we've got balance, joyfulness, creativity, motivation, self-control, flexibility, which we could say is a subpart of balance, and passion. So if we take away the flexibility, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. So it's only one that needs to go. Although it wouldn't be the end of the world if we had 6. The exercise is more about knowing that you can't necessarily focus on everything, and just understanding what's important to you. So, yeah, the self-control and the what is it about those? Why are those jumping out?
Motivation, just because I think it's always like, it's kind of like, you need to have something that like drives you, and like what's more kind of like, there's always a reason for doing things. It's almost like.
So in that case, I think that's possibly covered by creativity and passion. I suspect if you find stuff to be creative of that you're passionate about, your motivation might just be there from those two guys.
So what does that leave us with?
So that would leave us with balance, joyfulness, creativity, self-control, and passion. The self-control, what's that about?
I guess it ties slightly into balance, but it's a bit like not getting too swept away with what other people are doing, or like being influenced too much, like being quite strong-minded. I do think I'm quite a strong-minded person. So I think, I do have self-control, and it's good to have control over how you feel, how you act. Like, I think that's a really important thing to understand about yourself. So I guess that's why that one also stood out to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess those are the ones.
Yeah, it's good. So on your document, we can whittle this list down from like
20,
80, 80 to 5.
That's good. Don't get me wrong, there were a few there that I was also like, oh, I could, but like, I guess,
Well, just out of interest, what other ones did resonate?
Like respect and punctuality. Like, I am quite like a punctual person, but like, I don't think that's the biggest value. Like, I think if you were to give them you know, to rank them, I wouldn't say it's like in a top 5. Like I am a punctual person, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that really kind of.
Have you ever done that exercise where you have to imagine it's your funeral and think about what you want people to be saying about you and what kind of legacy you've left?
Yeah.
Perhaps for you, you don't necessarily want them to be like, yeah, she was really punctual.
Yeah, exactly.
Really
Like that's what I mean. Like you want them to be like, oh, she was such a positive, charismatic like person, rather than she was punctual. So do you know what I mean? That's why I didn't put it out, because I was just like, well, it just seems
not of course knocking punctuality if it is on anyone's
of course,
short
like,
5 list, but I just think for you that's probably not the
not the one.
Yeah. No. Okay, that's awesome. That's that sorted. Obviously, so all these words are available on the website if you ever want to change your mind, or you just think of one that isn't on the list, like partying every night with alcohol or something like that. Okay, cool. The next one is, have you ever done the Myers-Briggs personality test?
I feel like I have. I think I did it at university.
Yeah,
it kind of rings a bell.
So I'm going to send you a link and we're going to redo it.
Okay.
I'm actually going to get you to share your screen with me.
You're going to send it on here or on via email?
I'm going to send it on email if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so that's sent.
Okay.
And now on this one, so this is so basically you do it and you'll have access to the results, but I'll have access to the results as well. So we'll talk a bit about it today if we have time, but more importantly for me, I'll go off and study it.
Got you.
And then come up with any questions off the back of it. So yeah, do you mind sharing when you found that and got that up? Do you mind sharing your screen?
Of course. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Test. Okay. You regularly make new friends. I actually do. I'm going to go to the top. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple, straightforward ones. Here, this is neutral, isn't it? This the middle one, kind of.
Yeah.
You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. Yeah, I'd say I agree. Your living and working spaces are clean and organised. Yeah. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I'd go more this way. Yeah. You find the idea of networking and promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. Oh, I disagree. Next. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. Yeah, I would say I agree. As I said, I'm not like a last minute crammer. I like to kind of pace myself.
Oh, yeah.
People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. Yeah, I agree. Actually, I'm going to go quite agree. You like to use, strong agree. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. I actually do. I'm going to agree. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Oh, 100% agree. Like I will overthink it until it's irrelevant, but yeah. I don't know why I do, but I just do. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. It depends. Like I wouldn't just randomly go up to someone on the street, if I'm being honest, but if I was put into the same environment as them, as in like if we were, I don't know, doing something together, then maybe I'm gonna go slightly disagree. Like I like networking and speaking to people, but I won't go out my way to like randomly speak to. I don't know. Depends on the situation. But...
I did the exercise because people used to petrify me. I did an exercise where I would just go up to random people and talk to them.
No, I don't think I could do that. Actually,
so hard. I did not enjoy it. But
it's almost like if I put in an environment that's expected, fine. And like obviously, I like to make meet new people and make social kind of interactions. Having said that, though, like I also can be you know, I keep myself to myself if I'm just doing my day-to-day stuff. You're not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative work. Not too interested in discussion. We disagree?
Yeah, I'd be surprised if you didn't disagree with
Yeah.
that one.
You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining, I can't do that word, of a course of action. Determining. I feel like it should be determinating, but maybe it isn't. When a course of,
We'll call it determinating. That's the better. You've improved that.
a course of action. Okay, I didn't even take that in after that. You prioritize facts over people's feelings. I'm gonna say in the middle, because like I feel like if that's, you know, an actual fact slash is like, you know, logically right, then that's that. But I also do consider people's feelings, so I guess find a middle between that. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. I would say disagree. One of these two, because I am quite go with the flow, but I can also. It really just depends. For example, if I'm going on holiday, I have like certain things I want to do, but I'm not like strictly to the book. Like I'm not like, oh, we have to be here at this time. I'm quite spontaneous too. So I'm gonna go with maybe this one. Because I do have some kind of schedule for like most days. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. I'll disagree. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. Yeah, I agree actually. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. Maybe agree. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. Yeah, I agree actually. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. Yeah, agree. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Kind of neutral. You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones. I think that's neutral too, because I love my own company, but I also love socializing. But like, I think I couldn't do one of either, so maybe I'm going to go in the middle.
Feels like it's missing a kind of dimension in terms of, are you in the middle because you like both or because you dislike both? You don't seem to take
It's
that
kind
into
of like,
account.
it's like I like both, so that's why I'm going in the middle, not because I dislike both. You cannot imagine. Yeah, they need to actually not update, but like have like a more in-depth, thorough way of doing this. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. Kind of agree. You favour efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. Disagree. You prefer to do chores before allowing yourself to relax. This is very true. I do. If I know I need to do something, it'll be on my mind, so I just need to get it done, and then I can chill. In disagreements, you prioritize providing your point over preserving the feelings of others. I think in the middle. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. Disagree. I feel like I can, in a social gathering, I can say something to them. I'm not like strongly disagree because I'm not that over the top. I can be sometimes a more quieter person in the room, but I also, yeah, if I feel like they're cool, I'll go up to them. Your mood can change very quickly. I disagree. I think I'm pretty stable. You are not easily swayed by emotional arguments. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment.
Disagree?
Yeah, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to go here though, not because like sometimes in life, things happen last minute. That's just because they do, or they bring things prop up. But as a whole, I would disagree. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. Probably here.
Interesting.
You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Middle, because I like both. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Maybe slightly agree. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. Yeah, I'd say agree. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. Maybe slightly agree. Yeah, yes. We were talking about that consistency thing. You rarely second guess the choices you have made. I'll disagree. I always think, oh, is the grass greener? Your friends would describe you as lively and outgoing. Oh, yeah. You're drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. I'm not really creative at writing, more like creative in other ways, I guess. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. Disagree. I think emotion probably takes more.
I'm not supposed to get involved at all, but do you mind just scrolling up a
Yeah.
bit to the writing one? Creative expression such as writing. But you like video, you like creative pursuits. Yeah. I mean, we'll stick with your answer because I'm not really supposed to just interfere, but I would disagree with that, such as writing, because you like doing all sorts of creative stuff.
Yeah, I like creative stuff, but I don't know, like in my head, creative writing is like when you write like a poem or that kind of stuff. It's giving like English literature, which isn't really me.
I guess that's another problem with this, like, such as writing is like,
What does that mean?
Is creating content online such as writing, or is it totally different to writing? So yeah,
I don't. Yeah,
we'll
that's
just
how
stick with your one.
that's how I interpreted it, but maybe you might be right. You like to have a to-do list for each day. I agree. You rarely feel insecure. Yeah, for the most part. You avoid making phone calls. See, if you asked me this like a year or two ago, I'd go strongly agree. Now I'm more kind of here. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. Yeah, marginally agree. You could easily connect with people you have just met. Yeah. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. I think I agree. Yeah, not I think, I do. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. I mean, whilst I do dwell on things, I don't think I'd be like thinking about things I did a year ago and still have that hindered on me. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll think about things for a while whilst they're relevant, but when it's been and gone, it's been and gone. But I don't know if to go here or here. I'll just be neutral about it. Neutral. You're not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. Neutral. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Sometimes, when making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than on what is most logical or efficient. Agree. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organised, consistent efforts. I disagree. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take for them to feel disappointed in you. Disagree. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. I'm gonna go here because like I can, but I also quite like the teamwork element. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. So, here because I'm quite open-minded. So you feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres in quiet, intimate places. I actually do agree. If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. Disagree. I'm always like quite indecisive, so yeah, I need to really think about it.
I think this next one is the final page.
Okay. You often feel overwhelmed. Recently a bit, yeah. You complete things methodically. There we go. Without skipping over any steps. Disagree. Sometimes you have to cut corners. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps. Yeah, a little bit agree. You are more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. Agree. You struggle with deadlines. Disagree. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Gender. Which report? So I just keep it as these. Your report sections. Which report? Oh, if I want to share any. Do you want to? I can't even click.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird.
I can't press on it.
Okay.
So I just see results.
Before you click that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and guess what the results will be.
Okay.
I think you'll probably come down as on the introvert, extrovert. You'll probably come down as extrovert. The sensing versus intuiting one, I really don't know. I'm going to guess intuiting. Feeling or thinking, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a feeling one. And judging or perceiving, they don't call it perceiving on this, but I'd imagine it's going to be J.
J. Does it just give you one letter? I can't remember how it works, or is it?
So it gives you letters and percentages, but I think you'll be an ENFJ and then probably a bit of fairly T on the end because they have this other letter which I don't really quite understand, but I think it's going to be a T. So yeah, let's click results and see if I was right or not.
Is that what you said?
E was correct. I got wrong, but you were smack bang in the middle. F I got right. J I got right, and T I got right. So the one I got wrong was the one I said I wasn't sure about as well. I said I was guessing. So genius.
So extroverted, 50% intuitive, 50% whatever the other one is. Feeling, it's gone judging. And turbulent.
Yeah.
What's this turbulent mean?
Judging, that's the one I don't really know because in the original literature they didn't have that turbulent stuff. The stuff I've studied, that wasn't in it. So being the total professional I am, I've done absolutely nothing about working out what that second one means. There's turbulent or assertive or something.
I'm not assertive. But I'm not very assertive. I will say that. Like it takes me a while. So.
By the way, the judging doesn't mean you judge people or things. That's not a bad thing. It means you make decisions as opposed to endless gathering information.
Got you. Shall I confirm the results?
Yep.
What's this one?
Don't worry about that unless you feel like doing that in your own time. So let me see if I can. So do you mind just stopping sharing then? And I'm going to just see if I can pull up the results on mine. So ENFJ protagonist. As an ENFJ protagonist, you possess a unique blend of charisma, empathy, and idealism that sets you apart in any crowd. Your ability to inspire and lead others is matched only by your deep-seated desire to make a positive impact on the world around you. You have an uncanny knack for understanding people's emotions and motivations, often sensing what others need before they even realize it themselves. So some of that sounds true to me, especially that last sentence. Your gift for communication allows you to articulate your visionary ideas with passion and conviction, drawing others into your orbit and motivating them to join your cause. You thrive on meaningful connections and have a remarkable talent for bringing out the best in those around you. However, your idealistic nature can sometimes set you up for disappointment when the reality falls short of your lofty expectations. On the first section, we're just going to go over some strengths and weaknesses. And you can shout, oh, actually, do you know what? We'll probably stop there because we've got to the end of our allotted time.
I know, it's
and then
flown through, hasn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I am keen not to let these videos get too long because our modern day concentration span is only 11 seconds and we're doing 45-minute videos, so it's a bit of a discrepancy there.
A lot of editing involved there.
But we can, yes, that as well. We know how much you love editing endlessly, so we'll leave it on like a cliffhanger because we will pick up this next time.
Well, I guess it gives you a little time to look over my results, and I mean,
yes,
I guess it does make sense to me, like based on obviously how, like, I know how I am, and it seems like the test picked up, kind of.
It's weird because how we were saying that some of the questions, they feel like they're lacking, which I definitely think they do.
They don't have much depth.
I find somehow it feels like these analyses are usually about 95% accurate. So somehow they skip the need for there's some clever algorithm in there because it has a high level of accuracy. It's never perfect, but it's just.
I guess they've been tested, so they must be. Do you know what I mean? Be functional and work to some degree. So.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So next time our cliffhanger is we'll get back to this and then we will get on to the purpose section. So I'll show you where I'm at with that, and I might adopt it after reading through all this stuff anyway and playing back the footage. Yeah. And then at some point, well, actually we'll leave it there for now. But I'm going to say it. At some point, I guess we will look at we'll just start chatting about business strategy. I don't want to use that word in a scary way or a constraining way, but just start working through ideas on that, so we can look at the goals on the marketing enterprise goal. Cool. Awesome.
Nice talking to you again.
Yeah, and you. Thank you very much.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't. So as I said, next week I am on holiday. But
what about the week after that?
The week after is fine. I can do. Yeah, I'm back. So that'd be the first week in July. So to be fair, I could even do Monday the 30th of June. It doesn't have to be Tuesday if you'd rather.
Tuesday would be preferable if you can do Tuesday.
Same time then, I guess, on the Tuesday, the 1st of July.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Well, have a lovely day. Thank you. Yeah, enjoy Barcelona. Thanks. That should be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. Just have a change of scenery. Although the weather is nice here in the UK now. Like, it's literally like summer. But, still, holiday is needed.
It'll be hotter. And I don't know what the weather will be like next week.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah. Anyway, enjoy your week. And, keep in touch.
Catch you later. Oh yeah, if you just leave this window open to leave it doing its uploading, but
and everything. Sounds good. Okay, thanks.
Cool.
Thanks, Joe.
Bye.
Bye.
The reason I was asking Laila about her friend who likes doing the mindful stuff is because with things like that and like exercise and lots of things, it can be easier and more fun if you get a friend involved. On the session we have just recorded with Amani, which is being released after this video, so you probably haven't seen it, we were chatting about his potential project, which is a YouTube channel for boxing commentary. And he was saying about how he wants to create a community around his channel, which is also something I've had in the back of my mind, that maybe this channel will be a way for you to connect with like-minded people trying to move their life forward in a positive direction. Or if your friends are vaguely interested and then they get into this channel, you could become exercise buddies or eating healthy buddies or building a business buddies or whatever. There's just a lot of advantages to organizing positive activities with other people. It's more fun, you are more likely to stick to commitments if someone else is involved, you can learn from each other, and more importantly, if the thing doesn't work out, you can just fully blame the other person and take no responsibility yourself. I am currently looking for a friend who is interested in getting into ant racing. We can train ants to run really fast and then take bets on them and stuff. So if anyone is interested in that, then let's do it.